Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are rebuilding the Boston Celtics after being eliminated in 6 games by the New York Knicks. So Boston Celtics offseason rebuild in NBA 2K25. So the Boston Celtics obviously have a lot to do in the offseason. It's going to be an eventful offseason. It's going to be a really fun offseason as well. Obviously, Jason Tatum ended up tearing his Achilles in I think game 5. So he ended up tearing his Achilles in game 5, I'm pretty sure. And it might have been another game. He ended up tearing his Achilles in the playoffs, and that immediately led to this Celtics getting eliminated. I personally think if Tatum was healthy, the vibes would have been better, and I think they would have possibly came back down from 3-1. That's just my personal thought. They would have played a lot better. Obviously, Kristaps Porzingis was terrible in the playoffs, so I could definitely see if he gets traded. Derek White was obviously pretty good when Tatum got injured. Drew Holiday was okay. Payne Pritchard out. We all know that just with this team out, it's going to be really hard to stay in contention mode without Tatum. So that's why it makes sense to get younger here and add some young players while you're here, obviously. By the way, I'm recording this really early in the morning, so if I sound a little weird, a little off, that's probably why. But like I said, I don't think you split up Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. What I think you do is you go ahead and probably trade away Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis in the offseason. So I'm going to try and do. I don't know what teams would want these two, but if he can shed off some money somehow, Drew Holiday still has 3 years left of his deal with a player option he'll probably opt into. That's why I kind of want to trade him now so I don't have to worry about it later. And then Porzingis obviously was on a 1 year deal, so we could just let him walk, but I feel like we get some value for him. It would probably make sense to trade him. And then Jaylen Brown is probably a keeper, even though his contract is pretty bad. I think he was one of the most wasn't he making the most money in NBA history? I don't know if that's the same now, but he was. He was making one of the most money in NBA. It still might be the same, but like I said, we're going to start this video off with a Drew Holiday trade. I actually not think about have a team of mine that could have interest in him, obviously. I'd love to take on less money. So what we need to take on is less money and an expiring contract because we're way above the second apron. So it obviously one of the most expensive teams, if not the most expensive team in the league. So like I said, I'm going to make a trade with Drew Holiday. I'm going to see if we can do this trade with the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat were a team that was interested in Drew Holiday when he was obviously in that Dame Lillard trade saga. He got traded from the Bucks to the Blazers, and the Blazers were looking to trade him. And then the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics were obviously injured. There's other teams as well. Drew Holiday was actually really good at the time, but he obviously had to take a backseat scoring wise once he got to Boston because obviously they had a guy he didn't have to score much. In Milwaukee, he had to score. He really had to have to play defense and shoot threes. Be a nice 3-and-D guard for them in Boston. But we're going to trade him to the Miami Heat. Drew Holiday can still have some value. So in the Heat, what I said would make some sense. So what if we get Robinson, Highsmith, and unprotected 2026 pick? So if we can get this, that'd be nice. Or even 2029, it doesn't matter too much. I don't know if they want to trade 2026 unprotected. Let's see if they get 2029. So Robinson, Highsmith, 2029 unprotected pick for Drew Holiday. They're not interested. So we'll throw a second round pick. I get it done with them. We can't combine salaries. I mean, what we have to trade to get this deal to go through. So we can't combine these salaries or above their second apron. So I'm actually going to make this trade go through. I feel like this is more than fair. I think the Heat would 100% do this if they had the chance to get a guy like Drew Holiday. So y'all know Pat Riley, and I think he'd love to get Drew Holiday. So unless he move him up to shooting guard and he goes up overall, which he might, which he doesn't, we're going to make the trade go through because I think that trade makes the most sense in the world. All right, so we just made the trade go through. So we have Duncan Robinson now, and we also have Haywood Highsmith on the team. These guys won't be important pieces. They'll be expiring next offseason. So we got that done. Next, I think you can possibly trade Kristaps Porzingis. So I wonder what any team to go up at power forward, he doesn't. But with any team, what pick do we have in the draft? By the way, we have 28. So let's see. I said any team that'd love to have Porzingis. Who knows? So let's see. If there's a good offer, we'll take it. So I'm actually, now I think about it, what team would actually need Porzingis? I don't think he plays center. I think he's more of a power forward. I know he's 7'2", but he can play both positions. So maybe Charlotte would have interest in a guy like him. I think that would be a cool fit, but I don't know if they give me the third overall pick for him. which we could get Jalen Suggs. We might have to build our own trade for Chris Overton. I'm gonna build my own trade for Porzingis. Sending him to the Spurs would be crazy. I ain't gonna lie with you. Also heard the Celtics interviewed Cooper Flag, which is interesting, but we're not gonna get the second overall. It's kind of unrealistic. By the way, Chris Porzingis couldn't. Joe Mazzulla said he couldn't even breathe, so I don't expect his value to be too high, man. Actually gonna see if I can send Porzingis to Charlotte. I think that make the most sense. So if we can get like Mark Williams, we're gonna opt in a Mark Williams team option. So as we're making moves here. But if we can opt in a Mark Williams team option, like I said, the Hornets literally traded him. So obviously they're not that content with him. So like I said, Mark Williams, we can get him. So we'll have to pay him, which kind of adds to the problem though. But I think we'll be good. So Mark Williams for Porzingis, it's not the full trade though. So they can take him on. I don't know why it's not saying they can't. They should be able to. So we have to probably take on. So let's say, what about Okogie? So Josh Okogie, so Mark Williams and Okogie. And then can we get pick four and be a little too crazy for Zinks' liking? Can we get this 2026 unprotected pick? So Mark Williams, Okogie, and a first round pick for Kristaps Porzingis. What do they say? They want we can't combine salaries, so I'm not doing that anyway. We can't combine some draft picks though. I'll trade this. I'll trade 2 seconds in the future. We can get this done. We can't combine salaries, sadly, so we can't do that. What about this Grizzlies pick instead? This pick swap, Phoenix. What about this instead? If I would love to get an unprotected pick from the Hornets. We can't combine salaries, which sucks. But I'll throw these 3 seconds. They still want a first in the future for Yusuf Nurkic. I can't do that. I don't want to trade pick 28 either. So instead of Josh Okogie, what about T. Salon? He literally has more value. So who else can they trade to me? So Josh Green wouldn't really. I mean, I guess it would. So Josh Green, we'd be losing money still, just not as much, and he's a lower overall. So what about this? And we still get this first round pick in 2026. So if they don't agree to this, I think I'm going to force it as well. I wouldn't call Chris Porzingis a superstar trade. But I think the Hornets will say yes to this. Mark Williams isn't really a big piece of their future. Show them at the trade deadline. And then Josh Green, obviously, just a player they can trade away. He's on a 2-year deal with the Suns. Or you can get Josh Okogie. I think they trade him. He's older. And this 2026, they're going to take the first round pick. They're looking to contend with Porzingis. So if they don't agree to this, we're going to make it go through. We can't combine salaries. So I'm going to make this trade go through. It just makes sense. Another trade that makes sense. We can all agree that makes sense, man. So the trade is complete. We got Mark Williams, and then Christopher Porzingis went over to Charlotte. So now we have our team. So Mark Williams is a Boston Celtic. Tatum is out for the whole of next season. We only have Jaylen Brown as the number one option. So this will get weird, but I feel like we have to draft the number 28th overall pick now. So who do we take? So we got Pete Ways, Isaiah Evans here, because what he becomes is crazy. Boogie Flan being here, though, I see Walter Clayton, and he is really intriguing to take, man. Walter Clayton Jr., obviously from Florida, from the Florida Gators, or I think I'm saying that right, the Florida Gators. He was really good for them, so I'm going to see if we can take, so Walter Clayton, welcome to Boston. We also have another pick as well. We got Noah Phoebe out of France, 42% from three. Looks like a pretty good 3-and-D player. We can also take a big. We can take Ryan, the 7'3" center that I heard good things about, so I'm going to take him instead. So Rocky and Walter Clayton, welcome to Boston. Team player options, we have none. Qualifying offer, Drew Peterson. I'm not going to extend that. So free agency, we don't have money in free agency, so I didn't expect to. We have Luke Cornet as a free. He provided some good minutes for the Celtics in the playoffs. So, and he provided good minutes all season. He's a great rim protector, great lob breaker, rebound the ball, had a really good season for Boston. So I don't hate the idea of possibly stealing Luke Cornet from Boston. We also have Al Horford as a free agent as well. But we got Pritchard, Walter Clayton, Derek White, Duncan Robinson. So this team probably is going to be good. I don't really know who owns our pick, though. Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Josh. We have a lot of starting forwards, but I'm also going to see if I could possibly dump Sam Hauser off as well. I heard things about him as well. He might be dumped off, so he's making long-term money for the future, but I don't agree with. If we can dump him off to a team that could need shooting, I think that'll make the most sense. Who can use shooting? The Clippers, I mean, I think they're above the second apron too, so I don't really get the gist of that. The Hornets, we just made a trade with them, so I don't want to make another trade with them. The Jazz have cap space. They want to absorb him. They think he could still become something really good. The Nuggets obviously need shooting, and we could get Zeke Naji. Obviously, he expires a lot earlier, but he has a player option, so that's why I'm kind of skeptical of trading for him. The Pistons definitely need shooting, so we could send him to Detroit maybe. So let's say we get a second round pick in the future. We're not all this obviously. So Sam Hauser in a second, and then obviously they get us. So they're for taking on Sam Hauser, we'll give you a second, and you give me a second round pick. So something like that. And then Sam Hauser's out of here. We let go of his money. That should definitely help us out as well. So you might just be below their second apron now, which is huge. So with just them 3 trades, we're below it. Might be above it really, really soon. But this team isn't going to be good, obviously. So Tatum gone. Who'll start at power forward? We don't have a starting power forward. So I think we re-sign Al Horford on like a 1-year deal. He's probably retire next season anyway. So Al Horford's deal, we probably can get it to less than what about 9.5 million. So we'll do that. And then Luke Cornett, only asking for we could bring him back, but I like Nehemiah Queta. I think he could possibly develop into the backup center. So Al Horford, I'm gonna bring him. That's probably the only sign we're gonna do. We're not gonna use this Sam Howell trade except I'm just gonna renounce it, and then we're gonna renounce probably everybody else here, man. So Horford is gone. We don't have any money to sign anybody else, really. So, yeah, this is going to be how our team was looking. We need a backup point guard. We might, but, yeah, this is how our team's going to look like, man. Al Horford will probably start next to Mark Williams, so we'll do that. And, yeah, this is not looking the best, prettiest, I can say that. But this video will be a long process of trying to become a good team, so I understand. But for now, man, this is not going to look good. So, player progression, we got Jason Tatum going down. We got Pray Pritchard going down. Horford's down to a 77. Robinson's down to a 73. So, like I said, this sucks, but we have to deal with it, man. The rotation heading into the season is Pray Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Mark Williams, Josh Okogie, Myas Kita, Haywood Highsmith, Duncan Robinson, Jordan Wall. We might as well give Walter Clay these minutes over Duncan Robinson. I mean, what do we not to lose at this point? We're most likely going to miss the playoffs, so Walter Clay will get in. We also have Rocky, which we're not going to play, but Tatum will miss the entire season, like I said. And then Lucas shot Tennessee, so Jaylen Brown, he's going to have to score the ball, man. Him, Tatum not playing, so Derek White, big terms, like possibly a secondary guy. It'll be hard. Then Mark Williams wouldn't mind taking him a little bit more shots as well. And then Pritchard to be nice. I know he can score the ball, so we don't probably have to worry about him. Then yeah, it's gonna be hard trying to score the ball without Jason Tatum, but it's definitely gonna be fun to see what happens. So who owns our pick? I have to figure that out. But once we figure that out, actually no, we own our own first round pick. I really didn't think we did, but the Celtics aren't really in the draft pick situation. It's really the salary cap situation. So I guess I got it confused. And we own this Hornets. Hopefully the Hornets are bad. And if we're bad, we'll have a chance to get AJ DeBond stuff. But we'll 100% see. But right now, we're the number 1 seed. So maybe we could say no Tatum, no problem. We're really good, man. SGA is your MVP, Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flag in San Antonio, Dallas. How you screw this up, man? I should have known Nico Harrison. 6 man going to Josh Giddey, defensive player going to Jan, post approved going to Evan Mobley, Trae Young, clutch player, Chris Fenton, coach of the year, 64 and 18, Nathan Mack, 64 and 18. All NBA first team. Here's All NBA second team. All NBA third team. I'm surprised they don't get Jaylen Brown because I think he had a really good season for us. He's all defensive first team, all defensive second team. All rookie first team and all rookie second team. We do get Walter Clay and make an all rookie second team. But we finished off as the number 5 seed. So we did fall off a little bit, but making the playoffs without Tatum is still a good accomplishment, man. Jaylen Brown obviously holding it down with 27 points, 5 rebounds, had a really good season, shot well from 3. Derek White averaged 20 points per game, so we needed him to step up, and he definitely did. At about 15, 10, and a block from Mark Williams. So, yeah, I definitely think he's re-signable to be our center of the future. If not, obviously a really good season from him. 14th in paint pitcher starting point guard. Nehemiah Queta with 11.5, 6 blocks, and a block per game. What a season from Queta. We had about 9 from Walter Clayton off the bench, so obviously he'll get better efficient-wise, but I like him. 7.5 from Okogie, 6 from Highsmith, 5 from Horford, obviously. He's probably going to retire after this season, which I'm expecting him to, yeah. So we'll have to get a new guy there, and then we had 2 from Jordan Wallace. Glad he got in the rotation this year, but obviously let's see if we can win a championship this year, which I definitely think we could. We're going to run a 8-man rotation. Benchalization is obviously going down at this point. All right. So our bench is not. I am going to play Walter Clayton over here with Highsmith though, man. I definitely think we need somebody like Clayton off the bench to give us a spark plug. I know he's only a 71 overall, but he's been impactful for us. So we got Atlanta in round 1. So this will be hard. They're obviously probably a better, well-rounded team than ours. So we'll see what happens. So we are going to lose in 6. We lose in 6 the Atlanta Hawks, which sucks, but we'll have JT back next year, so it's not all bad, right? Al Horford retires, obviously, was expected. LeBron James also retires. Heading into the draft lottery, though, so we are projected. The Hornets missed the playoffs. We're projected pick 4 via Charlotte, so that pick will be ours, and then they also have 2 via Memphis. So if we're going to actually land the 4th overall pick, so not bad by any means, right where the projections were. I don't want to completely blame this on Joe Mazzulla, but eventually, we are going to probably have to get a new head coach in the building. So Joe Mazzulla obviously won a championship here. I don't want to completely blame it on him though, but eventually we're going to get a new coach if we keep losing. But we have the 4th overall pick and the 18th overall pick in the drafts. Obviously, our own pick, and then so the Hornets from Kristaps Porzingis. By the way, how did Porzingis do in Charlotte? We all know what Porzingis can do when he's healthy, so I'm not really surprised by this. What about? Oh, I forgot to move Tyler Hero to the 2, so Drew Holiday could start at point guard. But I think they could have probably, they already done that. So, all right, so we'll head straight into the NBA draft now with the 4th overall pick, and we'll see who we take. Obviously, I would love to get one and potentially select an AJ with this team, but I don't hate getting any of these prospects right here. So let's see who we're gonna take. Here's number 1, be a DJ DePonce of Phoenix. Number 2 will be Darren Peterson of Miami. The Lakers take Cameron Boozer. So that's fine. I kind of expected that. But no, we got Nate on the board. Nate's Hall of Fame ceiling looks like he's actually really good now. Dash Daniels looks like he got better in the draft class, so obviously we can take him. But what do we really need the most? So I would like to say guard help, but I really say front court depth, man. We really need that. We really need some depth off the bench. We don't really have that at all unless Warren Clayton develops. So we can really take anybody. We could probably go the best player on the board in Nate. I honestly think I'll do so. I'll probably take the best player in Nate Abnett. I'm really, intrigued by selecting the Dash Nails. We know what he becomes, a really good player. We'll have somebody to select at 17 as well. So we'll take the best player, no doubt, in Nate. And then Cole Pete goes, but we'll pick 18. We got Benny. I said 17 last time, but 18. We got Dame Sarr. So I definitely think we might need to take a guard here. So I don't hate that idea of taking Dame Sarr. So Dame Sarr is probably going to be the pick. Leaning towards it. What about Malik Thomas? All NBA floor, Lonnie Walker, 17 points. Visage was good. Dame Sarr didn't really have anything under his belt, but he had all NBA. So we can take Dame Sarr, Malik Thomas. Dame Sarr, 6'6". We probably move him to small forward if needed. We already have that. So we want to take Malik Thomas or Dame Sarr. I'm going to go with... I'm actually going to go Malik Thomas here. So Malik Thomas, welcome to Boston. Hopefully that's the right pick for us. And then we'll take, Siddiqui, man. So we'll do that. Malik Thomas is 73. What overall was the other guy? Because if I missed out on somebody really good, that'll hurt. Dave Sarr was a 74. So I guess he ended up being better. It's fine. There's only one overall difference. We'll accept these two guys. Qualifying offer, it's Mark Williams is a free agent. Free agency, do we have any big money to spend? Not really. We only have $5 million. Bird rights obviously becomes important here too. So we're announced. So cap holes might play a huge part in this. So Robinson is high. Kogi will bring back Haywood Highsmith or Tillman. So now, do we have more money now? No, we don't. But let's look at our salary cap right now because I would love to get Mark Williams for the cheapest as possible. So we're not even paying guys that much money anymore. So we're below the second apron by a lot. So it's amazing, man. So pretty sure to Clayton, Derek White, Malik Thomas. I'm hoping Walter Clayton can develop to a 77, 78. That would be huge for us. Jaylen Brown, Nate. Do we need front court depth? We probably would have to get a better backup center than Keita, but I like what he's done for us so far. But you have to bring back Mark Williams. So wait on day 12 for him. Is there anybody we could sign in free agency? That would be good. So yeah, Keyshawn George would be kind of perfect. I'm not gonna lie. So getting Keyshawn George off the bench for only $3 million sounds like a steal, man. And that definitely is a steal. So Keyshawn George, Mark Williams restricted right here. So Keyshawn George, on $3 million. Welcome to Boston, man. I love that. So thank you, Wizards, for releasing him. You just gave me Keyshawn George for practically free, dude. But I'm wait on day 12. Mark Williams, his asking price is $21 million. I'd love to get him for like 3 years. What about 3 years, $18.5 million or $18.75 million? We could probably get it to 50. We can't. So 3 years, $55 million for Mark Williams, our starting center, is not bad. I knew we'd have to pay him, and I'm honestly fine with this contract. So Mark Williams will come back to Boston. Tatum is regressing, but obviously he'll be back this year, which is something I'm really excited about. Keyshawn George is somebody I'm excited about as well. Clayton went up to a 75. That's good. That's fine. For honestly, a late first-round pick to develop it to a 75. Wallace can also make his role in the rotation this year. I'm excited, bro. I really think this team can win a championship. Look at how our team is, and look at how we went from really old. Obviously, that Porzingis and the Holiday trade really helped us out. Obviously, override because I thought those two trades make sense for both teams. And I definitely think it did. The Hornets still got their lottery pick as well from Memphis, so I don't know if they actually have that pick. I'm not the one to say it. I don't actually think they do, but it works out for both teams. So once this thing wants to load, I'm excited to look at their power ranking lands at 6. So we got Pritchard, Derek White. So I don't want Pritchard to be our starting point guard for the future, but he was really good last season. 6 assists. I know he's not the best defensively, I've heard. He's probably he is a good shooter, so I don't hate that they're possibly moving Derek White to point guard or getting us a better point guard in general. But Pritchard, White, Brown, Tatum, Mark Williams, Keyshawn George, Nate will be in the rotation. Keita, then we're on 9 rotation, get Walter Clayton Jr. in. So we'll take that 100%. That does leave out Jordan Wallace, but last year when he was in the rotation, he didn't really do anything special for us, so I'm fine with it, in my opinion. The last year of his rookie deal. So I'm excited how this team will do. I'm excited how this rotation is. Shot tendencies, Tatum and Brown will be the scorers. You don't need Derek White to really score that much as he was anymore. And then who will be the third guy for us? Obviously with Porzingis and Omar Holiday. I mean, I guess we could put Derek White up just a little bit more than Patriots wise. We don't need much scoring anymore since we have these guys back. So we'll leave it like that, and then I'll see you guys at the end of the season. No moves at the deadline will be made. And wins the MVP, rookie AJ DeBanza. Isaiah Collier is your 6th man. Trey Johnson most improved, 61-21 the Mavericks, but Tatum back, we ended up being even better than last season, man. We ended up being the number 1 seed, so this went perfectly. I'd execute it, man. 58-24 on the top of the Eastern Conference, second best record in the league. We had 26 from JT. I'm happy to see him back. It sucks to see he's injured, but happy to see bro back. 25 from Jaylen Brown on the season. So as I said, he opted into that co-star role with Tatum back. He's been through a lot with Boston, so obviously. And then we got about 17 from Derek White. We have 15, 10, and a block from Mark Williams. So still playing really productive as our starting center. Paying Pritchard with 13. I think we're going to get a better guard in the offseason, even if that means trading Payne Pritchard or demoting him to the bench. 9 from Nate, 7 from George, 5 from Keita, and then 5 from Walter Clayton. Forgot we have Malik Thomas. Well, he could have gotten the rotation, but Clayton is cold. Looks like he might not be the backup guard for the future, so it sucks. We're gonna kick him off the rotation in the playoffs, man. He was in it last year, but let's have a better team and a better bench now. Now we got Orlando, so Suggs, Branham, Franz, Paolo, Wendell Carter, Anthony Black, Gogo Badaze. So I'm confident in the playoffs. We're now undefeated 2. We're gonna go to a game 7. So game 7 against this Orlando Magic team. It sucked to lose in round 1, honestly, but we're getting back in playoff mode. I guess. Fine with it, but we're going to win. So 129 and 123, 47 from Jaylen Brown, 23 from Pritchard. So, yeah, Jaylen Brown, wow, 33 points in the first round. Tatum's averaging 25. Derek White's averaging 18. So now we're in the second round. We got Detroit. So Cade, Sasser, Asar, Johnson, Porzingis is in Detroit. That definitely adds more shooting around. Obviously, Asar Thompson. So Stewart, Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, Malik Beasley, and then Sam Hauser is in Detroit as well. So we'll see how this goes. We have 2 of our former players. We're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. They're going to take game 3. They're going to take game 4. We're going to take game 5, and we're going to beat them in 6. So just like that, win in 6, and then we got Toronto. So quickly, Grady Dick, Scotty Barnes, Joachim Pearl. This is to get to the NBA Finals, by the way. And we have a pretty good path to do it against the Toronto Raptors, man. I think we could win this game. I really think we can, unless somebody's going off for them, which we're going to take game one. They're going to take game two. We're up 2-1. The even's up 2-2. We're going to simcast this game five. So game five in Boston to go up 3-2. But we can come back into this game, which we do. We're down and we're gonna lose. We had the lead, but we didn't keep it quickly with 25 points. All right, now we need to force the game seven. If we force the game seven, we're winning this series in Boston, man. I'm just letting you guys know. We're not losing to this Raptors team if we force the game seven. So we are gonna do that. So I'm hoping now we can force the game seven. 30 from Tatum, 27 rebounds, 22. We need a show out from all of our team. We can't really have anybody slack in this game. Game seven. I did not mean to press. I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't accidentally pressed Simcast Live in a really long time, but don't even know I still a feature. I'm sure none of you guys use this watching this video. But all right, we got game seven at Boston right now. Back and forth scoring game heading into the half. Fourth quarter, we have the lead. Let's keep it and run away with it, man. Tie game, 1 minute left. Let's watch it. All right, tie game, 1 minute left. Mark Williams will inbound the ball. He needs to inbound it soon. Where's Jaylen Brown? I hope he's not fouled out. Tatum with the pump fake in the score. So back off Achilles tear. Has only 17 points, but I'm hoping, yeah, it's Jaylen Brown. He's checking in right now. We don't even have our starting five in the game for whatever reason. But Grady Dick, he must be in foul trouble. Grady Dick has it. We're up by 2. Dick will go ahead and step back. Good deal of some White. He misses. Mark Williams with the rebound. Great rebound there. Derek White has it. So Derek White gives it to Jason Tatum. So Tatum pump fakes again. Doesn't fall for it, though. Tatum drives, spins, layup is no good. Damn. All right, rebound Joachim Poeltl. So Jacoby Walter has it. He'll have a really good pass to Grady Dick, which could have been stolen. All right, we need Jaylen Brown back in the court. We need another ball handler that can score the ball on the court because obviously that was a problem with our last lineup. So hopefully Jaylen Brown is in now. And yeah, Keyshawn George is out. Yeah, now we're starting 5 in. So Tatum will drive on Barnes. Same move, but he'll miss it again, man. We need those, Tatum. We definitely need those in game. Brandon Ingram's open for 3. Cash it. Tatum with the 2 missed layups. And now we're down by 3 points. So point. I prefer if he does that again, just pass it because I don't understand what we're doing here. Tatum will drive, though. This time, he'll lay it in. So, finally, you get something to go in the paint with Jason Tatum. So, clutch layup. Now we need to stop on defense. Jaylen Brown, good defender. We're going to leave. Oh, good steal. Stolen by whoever that was, either Tatum or Derek White. Tatum will drive on Barnes. Hey, dunk it. What a disrespectful move by Jason Tatum. That's crazy. Euro step into a dunk. It's crazy. I haven't really seen that one before, but nice. All right, so now we're up by 1. 28 seconds left in this game. Like a 3-second defender between your shot clock and game clock. Brandon Ingram will drive on Jaylen Brown immediately, but he'll give it to R.J. Barrett. I mean, they have a lot of guys that can get you a bucket, though. That's something we can acknowledge. So R.J. Barrett, guarded by Mark Williams. So Payton Pritchard has a huge mismatch to his advantage. Whoa, Poeltl will miss it over Payton Pritchard. Payton Pritchard's like 6'1", 6'2", and he just really missed that over him. But Mark Williams will shoot these free throws. Please, Mark Williams. Okay, make the first one. Now, make the second one, and we're good. We're up by 3. He'll make the second one. Mark Williams is a clutch free throw shooter as well. So that Porzingis trade looks like one of the best trades we've ever done. We can't allow a 3. Barrett 3. In and out. Jaylen Brown rebound. We get fouled. As that should do it. That should do it as long as Brown makes 2 of these free throws. He'll miss the first one. Just don't miss the second one. If we miss the second one, they have a chance. Brown we'll split him. But all right. Don't allow a quick 3. Whatever you do, do not allow a quick 3. Give it to Barrett. 2 seconds left. He misses. It's over. The Boston Celtics are going back to the finals. After 2 years of, injuries and disappointment, we're right back where we were in 2024. Let's see who our opponent is. Opponent is Anthony Edwards, the Minnesota Timberwolves. So DiVincenzo, Ant, McDaniels. They still have Julius Randle on the team. They got Naz Reid, Dillingham, Gobert, Ricardo Bryant, Oshai Abaji, and Florin Benduga. All right, here we go for the NBA championship. 1 seed versus 1 seed. Let's do it, man. Game 1, they're going to take. Game 2, Game 3 did also get swept, didn't we? And we're going to lose in 5. All right, so go to the finals, lose the 5 in Minnesota, really disappointed. But getting the Celtics team back to the finals is a great accomplishment because if you guys obviously do 2K rebuild, watch the because you know the Celtics aren't really a good team in the 2K sim. So I understand. Draft lottery time. We'll see who's projected. I'm gonna work. I don't think we're gonna have be in this obviously. So the Bulls get 1 staff signing. Missoula, he got to the finals, so we'll keep him. We're missing out on a guy like Tyronn Lue and Nick Nurse, but I'm going to stick with Mike and keep him, bro. I don't really think it's his fault once again. Okay, in the draft, we have the 28th overall pick, and then we have this Heat pick in 2029. So, theory, we could make a trade, which I'm really leaning towards. We won't only need to add another rookie to this team. So I don't hate the idea of making a trade, man. I'm gonna move Tatum to the 3 to a 75. Brown will go down to the 2. I know he goes down, but it only goes down 1. It shouldn't really affect us too much. He'll go right back up to that 92 in some way, somehow. Then White could probably move to point guard. But honestly, we're fine with his lineup. We don't really need to jam. I'm only doing this because I think it fit a lot better and make us a little bit taller. We would need like a power forward. I guess George could start in theory. Shot 42% from 3. We wouldn't need some more front court depth. Derek White could probably move to point guard, I'm guessing. He stays the same. So either Pritchard could be the backup, which I don't hate that because we do need some bench scoring. So, and then we'll hop into the draft, I guess. Or we can make a trade to pursue, obviously, get a better guy here. Maybe Pritchard only make it 8. We got to take advantage of that, man. All right, this will be our team. I guess we'll draft with this pick. Now I think about it. So, any guy we can have in the front, Daniel Jacobson, 7'2", Ming Yao. I don't know who that is. I'm guessing they mean Yao Ming. Ceiling. So we'll draft him, and then we'll draft like Donald Humphreys. So welcome to the team. Probably 2-way Donald Humphreys, which we'll do. Jacobson wasn't that good, but Keyshawn George, hoping he progresses. He goes up to 83. Clayton, Shireman, and Gee will bring back. Rocky's a free agent, but we have any bird rights. So Keita and Wallace. So we need a new backup center. So White, Pritchard, we got Brown, Malik Thomas, Tatum, Nate. We got Keyshawn George and Mark Williams. We need front court depth, like I said. So everything else is fine. I'm hoping Malik Thomas will develop into the backup too this year. And we need front court depth. So Kyle Filipowski is sitting here once again. So the Jazz waived them. We have to take advantage of getting him. So Kyle Filipowski on $3 million. That's a steal. Welcome to Boston. We still can re-sign Keita, but I honestly think I'm going to wait on day 12 because we might have Rocky coming back in his qualifying offer anyway. He might be a better than Keita or ready to play, but we still probably re-sign them both. We'll see. So, okay. How much money? So we only have a minimum to offer, which is fair. We can't really get Mitchell Robinson. Adaze isn't willing to sign a minimum. Wiseman would be nice at this point, but he's not willing to sign a minimum. Zach Collins would be really. So we could probably sign Zach Collins. So Zach Collins might be the option. What about Daron Sharp? No Daron Sharp. Quentin Post. I don't want Quentin Post, but we can sign. So Drummond is here. We can take the upside on Tracy Jackson Davis. But I really like the idea of possibly getting Zach Collins on a minimum. So he'll sign it too. So that'd be Zach Collins. We get him on the minimum. He'll be our backup center, and then Rocky comes back, but Tatum is up. Derek White starting to regress. Only to 86, though. Nate is up to an 83, so the 4th overall pick. Hopefully, he can get better this year. Keyshawn George is up. Filipowski. We even probably have to sign Zach Collins because Rocky is up to a 76. It's only a minimum, so I'm fine with it. But we added a bunch of front court depth, so Zach Collins and Rocky will obviously they'll fight over that backup center role. Whoever gets it. I guess whoever 2K wants in rotation. We'll leave it. But I kind of want to play Rocky this year. He's been with the team for a long time. But we have Derek White as our starting point guard, which we could definitely probably trade Derek White for a better playmaker. But I know Derek White could play make, and he could shoot, and he could play really good defense. So I'm fine with keeping it. Jaylen Brown at the 2, Jason Tatum at the 3, Kyle Filipowski want to start him, but I'd rather just start Keyshawn or George, man. I feel like Keyshawn will fit a little bit better in the starting 5 than Kyle Filipowski. Mark Williams, Nate, I want him to be our 6th man. I want him to have a huge role this year off the bench. So we could have probably started him at the small forward. Actually, now that I think about it, probably move Tatum to power forward, but Kyle Filipowski, Payton Pritchard, and then run a 9 rotation, and that'll get a center in. But who will get in? Zach Collins. So, all right, Zach Collins will be the backup center. Rocky will definitely have that roll up, locked up next year. But we'll do this, and then we'll obviously make Keyshawn George start over Kyle Filipowski. I think he'll fit better. Shoots 42%. Filipowski will shoot 30%. And then, obviously, I want to give Nate more minutes than Kyle Filipowski. We'll leave it like that. The bench is a lot better. The starting 5, I think, a lot better now. Now I'm ready. I'll fix these secondary positions, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. MVP in LA, Ricky finally doesn't go to the Bulls, man. Actually happy, so we don't have to deal with him. But we ended up being the number 1 seed. So obviously, I actually I actually looked at Derek White offers, dude. And I decided against it, but we really could get a haul for Derek White. But I decided he fits so well with this team. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, obviously 2.2 steals is crazy, and a block per game at 6'4". And then he also was shooting efficient from 3. But I gotta say, he's definitely, no, it's fine. I guess he shot 36% the other year, so it happens. I was gonna say he went from 40 to 36, but it's cool. But obviously, his starting 5 worked really well, relatively the same. 25 from Jaylen Brown. He averaged more points than Tatum. 16 from Mark Williams. Mark Williams has been great all video for us, so that's amazing. 15 from Derek White, 12 from Nate, so the 4th overall pick. 12 points, 40% from 3. So he's a good player. 9.5 from Pritchard. He just keep developing as well. So now we're going to see if we can go out and win this championship. I want to start Filipowski. I really don't want to start Kyle Filipowski, man. I'm going to actually put a no before starting starter on. That's how bad I really don't want him to start, if I'm being honest with you, because I'd rather than start somebody like Keyshawn George. That'll fit a lot better in the starting 5, man. That's what I'm going to do. Force our starter on Kyle Filipowski, and we'll go 8-man rotation. Who would that kick out? That would kick out our backup center, Zach Collins. So we could have played Rocky this season, but it's beside the point. So that look at the I just did. We're at Orlando around one. So Black, it would suck to be upset, but this team's really good. It's a really, really good team. I think we might get upset. I think this is the time that we do. But I'm going to beat them at 6. Okay. Then we got Indiana. So we got Halliburton, Andrew Nimhard, Benedict Mathurin, Siakam, Turner, Jarris Walker, Toppin, Neesmith, Ben Shepherd, Hunter Greer. So here we go. Indiana's hard. Halliburton is really good in 2K. They're in the conference finals in real life going against the Knicks. Game 1, we'll take. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3, we're up 2-1. They've up 2-2. We're up 3-2. And we're going to go to Game 7. So Game 7 versus Indiana. We're in Boston. So all I need to do is win. We're going to blow them out, dude. So just thank you, Boston, for taking care of business. Like, honestly, no sweat Game 7. 155 to 127. Everybody played good. Everybody played amazing for us. Mark is averaging 20 and 12 in the playoffs. So, yeah. Now we're in the quarterfinals. We got Brooklyn. Brooklyn, for some reason, always good in 2K. For whatever reason. Fears, Kenneth Thomas, Zaire 1. But I guess they're actually a good team. So I guess I really can't really say that. They're actually a really good team. So I'll give that to them. Claxton, Josh Giddey off the bench. They got Colin Murray Boyles. She's obviously not a good shooter. So Justin Sabak, Clowney, Quinn Post. So, okay. I mean, they're a good team. We're also a good team, though. So, game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3, we're going to take. And we're going to hopefully beat them at 5. In the finals, we got the Timberwolves again. So we can get our revenge. Honestly, I'm fine with playing the Timberwolves, man. Flag Wimby is crazy. So, all right, Timberwolves, it is. So, now they have Rob Dillingham starting with Ant McDaniels. They still have Randall. He signed a max extension with the Timberwolves. He did. Okay, they had Randall, Nas Reed, Carter Bryant. They added Jimmy Butler off the bench. I don't think Butler will come back to Minnesota, so obviously not real there, but it's okay. Game 1. Do it. If we lose this team again, if we get swept again, okay, let's even the series back up 2-2, man. We take game 3. Going on 3-0 means we lost, basically. But I've seen 3-0 comebacks in 2K happen. Not often, though. But we're gonna even this series back up, 130 to 107. I'm gonna simcast us the games because I really got it. I really want to win this, man. I really want to win this championship for Boston. But right now we have the lead. If we go up 3-2, that'd be huge. We are 93 to 90, low scoring win. But a win is a win, and I'll take it. They want to start Pritchard over Derek White. I can't do that. I really can't do that. At this point in the series, I can't do that. We're not starting Pritchard over Derek White, man. This is not going to happen here. We're going to continue with the starting five heading into Game 6. As maybe I should listen to 2K because maybe they found something wrong with our starting five, and we're going to lose this one. We're going to go to a Game 7. So, okay, Game 7. I guess we'll do it, bro. If Pritchard is really the better fit in the starting five. I don't agree with him, matching up smaller than starting five against this Timberwolves team. They have the lead heading into the fourth quarter, and we're gonna lose it, man. We're up 3-2. We're up 3-2, bro. Well, I guess we can see if we can possibly make a comeback. So we're gonna see if we can make a comeback. This sucks. This really does. But we don't have Jason Tatum in the game. So we already have Jaylen Brown on the court for us, guarded by McDaniel. So give me a screen, Filipowski, and we're going to shoot a three with Brown. So it would have been a huge shot to make. Why am I starting five not in the game, dude? Like, starters come in, please. Like, what are we doing? Seriously, man. They are in the bonus, so we can't even, like, get them in unless we get, like, an out-of-bounds call. McDaniel's dagger. It's good. So I left him open for whatever reason. But try to get the steal and maybe go do that whole animation. But I'm just honestly going to keep shooting. I don't really care at this point, man. Round three, slightly late. Good rebound by Mark Williams. Derek White, three. It's good, but didn't really green it, but I'll take it, bro. Okay. It's over, but it doesn't hurt to maybe still try. If Jaden Mangles would have missed, I'd have even more opportunity. But probably going to just waste out the clock here. But I'm not leaving anybody open. Jaden McDaniels tries. McDaniels is absolutely cooking us, dude. We're getting cooked by Jaden McDaniels, man. So this just sucks really badly. I hit a three with Derek White before, so catch him off guard there. Three, it's good, whatever, bro. But which would have happened a lot earlier. This would have been nice. But the game is probably over at this point. I really did all I could if we want to win this. So yeah, it's just not gonna happen now. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and run this back one more year, maybe with a trade, because for some reason they wanted to bench Derek White so much for paying Pritchard. So I don't know what that problem is, but obviously we're gonna go one more season and we're gonna see if we can go ahead and win the championship. So one more season. Timberwolves beat us back-to-back years in the finals. We could have had back-to-back champions. It probably wasn't for the Timberwolves, but one more season, man. One more season. Then I'm looking for possibly Derek White replacements. I like one idea. Halliburton, getting him off Indiana is going to be hard. But they're buying, and they're looking to sell off mostly all their players. So maybe Halliburton's available. DeJounte Murray, I like, but I don't know if that really, like, changed anything. I don't know if he's, like, going to be a better fit than him. I'm looking for a playmaking point guard. I could probably only, like, just pass the ball. But I don't really like. There's not really much of those guys anymore. Like, just be like a Rajon Rondo, just pass the ball. But it's LaMelo maybe. But I don't want to score. I want a defender and a guy like that'll like just maybe average 10 and 9 assists per game. And I really do like Halliburton. So honestly, dude, I'm gonna try my best to get him. But what we're gonna push his shot Tennessee down. We'll have. I don't want to like. Okay, we'll see. Derek White will be involved in the trade. Obviously, Halliburton averages 11 assists per game for Indiana. And they'll have, like, a lob threat. So we'll need $20 million. Though it's kind of – I don't want to, like, ruin our depth. But I'll throw, like, Walter Clayton. I'll probably throw Malik Thomas as well. And then could throw, like, Daniel Jacobson and this guy. So, yeah, we could do this. But I don't – like, okay, let's be honest. Malik Thomas wasn't going to play for us. None of these guys are going to play for us. So we can either do this or you can go after somebody else. Like, who else was an option I liked? I know I like somebody else than Hallie. Who was it, though? I kind of forgot. So we'll come back to this in a second. But I know I did like another player than Hallie, man. Who was it? It was Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels is another option as well. But He will probably fill the Derek White role really nice. He shot. I know he could shoot good from three. Literally shot 41% from three last year. So unless he lost a 3-point touch, but he can pass the ball as well. He can get rebounds. So he's like the younger version of Derek White. So I don't hate that. I think we do this instead. I definitely think we do. So we're gonna do this instead. It won't be much expensive either. And then we'll throw these two unprotected first round picks to get Daniels. They're close. We'll go second. They agree. So Dyson Daniels, welcome to Boston. So you'll be our starting point guard. And I know you could pass the ball really well from prior. I mean, to change his college. Damn it! What did I just do? What did I freaking do? Did it say the NBA G League Ignite? Pretty sure it said that. Nice deal. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I actually didn't mean to change your college, but oh well. It doesn't hurt now, right? Kind of does, but okay. Dyson Nails, Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown. So we'll run this back, but obviously we'll wait on Keyshawn George, Rocky, those guys to come back on their qualifying offer. If they don't come out of qualifying offer, we're fried. But I think they will. Humphreys, Rocky, Filipowski, George, Sidkey. Okay. I'll see you guys now at the end of the season. Embiid is your MVP, but there's no reason why you shouldn't win a championship. I think this is our best record so far with Dyson Daniels. So it looks like he ended up making us a lot better. 69 and 23. So here we go. So as I said, player stats 27, 28 from Jaylen Brown. Here being really good, 24 from Tatum, 16 from Mark. We had 12 from Nate, 12 from Daniel, 7 rebounds. He passed really good. So 8 assists, and he was better defensively, a lot better than Derek White. Averaged 3.1 steals per game, a career high. Shot 36% from three. So he was amazing as our starting point guard for us. So Filipowski, George, Pritchard, Rocky was our center, but I ain't gonna lie, we lose this year, man. We gotta be cursed, but we got Atlanta in round one. After stealing dice down, so we're gonna just sweep us. I don't even care. I know what's gonna happen. I'm done. I already know what I gotta do to win a championship in this one. Who wins the championship? Is it gonna be the Timberwolves? Dude, they lost in the first round. You freaking kidding me? Could have had an easy. And they had a Booker. Somehow they got worse. Damn, I really don't know what to say. He signed a max extension or a minimum. He signed it a $5 million. It's never happening. But damn, could have really played the Magic to go to the finals. And we could have faced off with the Spurs. They were hard to beat, but to be honest, man, this hurt. We could have won the finals 2 times. The second time, we really should have won that, but we lose and we can't get the championship. But it was really a fun one. It was fun building this team back up to a contender with Tatum injured. It was a fun one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.